It's Ace Attorney time again.
All right.
Are we at the end of this turnabout, or?
We
No,
have this
only
and
the next
another
part.
one.
Yeah.
Further
Yeah,
testimony
we
from
already-
Dalia Hawthorne.
We already read that.
Sorry, I was just typing something in the chat.
About the events of the day she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Hey kids, let's tell you about how I met your father.
Objection! What could that possibly have to do with this case?
Payne, oh yeah, he doesn't know yet.
Objection! The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct?
We find the motive, we find the means.
Well, I have evidence that suggests that she in fact has a very good reason.
She, very well then. The court granted defense's request.
Let's do this.
Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a little bit longer? I'll give you a lollipop afterwards.
Of course not, Mr. Judge.
Ah, nice.
Get ready for the battle of your life.
Dalia Hawthorne.
Dalia Hawthorne. No. I almost read that as Darth Hawthorne.
Darth Hawthorne.
Actually, that's a much better movie. So let's go with that.
Oh, is this the...
Allegro theme, yep.
It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room.
Again, so much stuff happens in that basement.
The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat, and I don't really want to know what goes on in
Remember the elevator shaft, Tio. Remember Gregory Edgeworth.
We've been going that ever since that fateful day.
We're so lovey-wovey. We literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think.
Phoenix, where are you speaking from?
From my
Boy.
defendant's
Wobby,
seat.
wobby.
No boy.
Mr. Wright, do that again and you'll be held in contempt of court.
Or Phoenix is actually one of the butterflies or something.
Maybe.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama.
What, is it animagus now? He can transform into animals? Pedro?
Oh, sorry. We used to say, "This is my youth. Get out there.
Go get her, yeah.
Go
Get her." I say it differently in where I come from.
Da-da-da.
Hold it! So until that time, you had been dating Doug Swallow?
Slut.
Liar, liar
I'm a
reference.
real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly, I'm ashamed of myself. Sure you
So-
are, bitch.
So basically, you're like a David Cage character.
Oh, I love this battle line.
Look at me, I'm infamous for changing my mind.
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah.
get ready, guys. The
My
game's
critics-
about to get self-aware.
my critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle.
Santa? Maybe you should look for a different line of work.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, wait, hold on.
I keep changing my mind all
Despite
the
that,
time.
however, he always hands down the correct verdict somehow.
Amazing.
Does he really?
Yep.
Yeah. That's why some people also call him the Great Eugene.
It's basically dweebs whenever someone do something that's tied to, for example, illusions, prestidigitation, and everything, compared to
Houdini.
Yeah, which was an Italian French.
Okay.
Aw,
So
The
what
greatest
is it about
illusionist
Mr.
of all
Wright
time.
that made you...
heart malfunction.
In my personal opinion, he just looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat.
Hey!
Wow, you're judgmental.
You're very rude to your client,
Perhaps
aren't
to
you?
a woman your age. To me, Beanie is handsome.
It's sad that I may actually be agreeing with Dolly this time.
Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he is a
Wow.
dime a dozen.
So
You're-
we quickly pass from your personal opinion to, your objection! Love is a mysterious thing and I object to this line of questioning.
I actually agree with Payne and Dolly on this one.
Yeah.
I do too.
Me and Pastor
Oh,
literally
this
from my if you were to look at my wife, for example, wait,
You might be
This
shocked.
is the truth.
Yes,
It was truly, truly shocking.
he has a wife and a daughter, as we
Oh.
learn in this case.
Okay.
Beautiful mushroom growing tall in the darkness. It comes from cow dung.
What?
Basically, beauty from what you wouldn't expect.
That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my
That's-
queen.
That's precisely the best thing, and it's kind of like the same line of an Italian song. It says that from diamonds nothing is born, but from cow dung flowers are born.
So a diamond in the rough.
Are there any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow?
That's none of your business.
It's technically the point of this cross-examination.
No, none at all. We party on very good terms.
Sure you did.
Actually, she's not
Yeah.
lying, believe it or not.
But that can't be.
Objection! An investigation also shows that it was a clean breakup.
There you go.
Huh? Are you sure?
Didn't see that one coming.
Yes, it seems that they both wanted it that way.
I wonder why Doug Swall would be happy with breaking up with that one.
So the victim wanted to break up with her.
Press further.
Sure.
I shall press on.
So you're saying that Mr. Swallow also wanted to break up with you?
Give us the juicy details.
Did she work for TMZ?
You see,
That would be a good reason.
Objection! What a cruel thing to ask a lovely young lady like this. By the way, I have never once considered leaving my... What a suspiciously specific denial.
No one cares.
Denied by the judge on that one.
she didn't deny it. That must mean...
That's the
Anyway,
most
that was
savage
such a random line from Payne.
Yeah.
The judges. That's the most savage the judge has ever been in this series.
Oh, he'll get even more savage later than in this game.
You must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature.
Timid?
Yeah, I can imagine it now. She's all sweetie smiley, but when he turns his back,
Listen to me,
she's like,
No, she doesn't do that at all. But she eats puppies for breakfast.
Really.
It's
So the only way
gross.
to describe her is to find a contradiction in her testimony.
There we go. Well, let's
So
look
go
at
ahead
the-
and find it, Mia.
Hold it! The courthouse reading room. That's a strange place to meet the love of your life.
Who are you to judge?
yeah.
That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeny was...
Did any of you guys ever meet someone in a weirder place than a basement of a
Feeny
courthouse?
was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer.
I met Angelica in middle school.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne.
Okay then.
He was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room.
True. Well, it's a
Wait,
reading.
Objection!
Reading,
If I'm
maybe?
questioning the
Yeah,
waste of
reading.
time, it is nothing to do with our murder case.
But guys, it was a courthouse reading room.
Okay, this is a new running gag. Me and Stewie having the exact same thought at least once per
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
That's
Miss
happened a
Faye.
lot lately, actually.
Yeah, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case,
I have to remember the judge is on Dalia's side. I'd better tread carefully.
That's
but
a...
that kind of has me worrying. If we ever meet each other in Swansea, the world might explode or something.
Oh god.
Your Honor, if you'll allow me some...
Latitude.
Please ask her to continue with her testimony.
Again, this is a part of the gameplay mechanic that you want to watch out for when cross-examining
Young lady,
Dalia.
I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this.
And feel free to read the
reading
nude
before,
one. And feel free to read the new one, that's new testimony.
Oh, she actually modified it.
Mm-hmm.
Comes to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing.
Yeah, paper research.
Papers, please. Huh?
Objection! Miss Hawthorne, You went there because of your research paper, were you?
Okay, I can see this
Pedro,
becoming...
Pedro. Let the
Didn't you
game
actually
do
come
it.
here for a much more
No. I
important
was gonna
reason?
talk about Dalia. I was
Oh.
gonna talk about something else.
Yeah.
Oh,
No objection!
okay.
What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Faye?
Get used to seeing cocky smiles in your career, Pain.
8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
That
It was
wasn't
1 year.
that wasn't the DL6 incident.
Another tragedy?
Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
So let's see. An attorney was shot in the elevator shaft, and in the basement, an attorney was poisoned.
This
Well-
place is not safe.
Well, then again, wasn't up until Phoenix arrived, pretty much, attorneys were pretty much a dead on arrival job.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that name is Dalia Hawthorne.
Ta-da!
She's the new John Cena.
I suppose.
And his name is Dalia Hawthorne!
His
Oh
name?
god.
What? The Dalia Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dalia Hawthorne.
She is not taking any prisoners with that savage beam.
She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago.
Order! 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 This is unbelievable!
Oh, Your Honor, you're in for a fun future, let's just say.
It's true then. The loveliest rose can hide the
Objection!
cruelest form.
Miss Faye, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness. Winston Payne will not allow it.
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Who's the prosecutor here?
A lady should speak first.
Pardon me, go right ahead.
Boy, I can just imagine if she were the witness and Franziska were the prosecutor. Now that would be quite a tag team.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
What kind of interest?
Not that kind, you...
Well, the interest for a person, so technically a
Not
person of
the-
interest.
Don't you see, Dalia Hawthorne became the new person of interest.
There you go.
Of course.
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth.
But
Okay.
how did Finch and
Reese.
Reese fail to capture her then?
It's simple.
She's the one that got away.
Alright.
Okay, I've tied the two crimes together.
Leave it to us ace attorneys to catch this one.
Now I've just got to stay on the offensive.
It's interesting you say that, Joe, because there are some episodes in Person of Interest where there's actually law and courts involved.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
The 4th episode in particular, I think you'll probably
Also,
be a
guys,
fan
he's
of.
not making a hemorrhoids joke.
Well,
Oh, but he's
kinda.
making an ass joke. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hammer.
Now
no.
you read
Ass is
it.
if your ass is on fire, then maybe you should see a doctor about that.
Anyway, cross-examine about the poisoning.
I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day.
I then poisoned him.
I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened.
But you see, guys, she's the poison that killed Cindy Stone.
Wait, what?
From what I hear,
But
it
Cindy
was
Stone's not
something
dead yet.
peaceful At just
Oh.
2 teaspoons.
In fact, she's alive and
found the
well.
way!
But Cindy Stone is alive and well right now.
Not only that, I heard it was a special kind of poison.
A special kind of poison.
Special kind.
Is that what the kids are calling it today?
Yes.
So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
I'm innocent because I say
Okay, Jovah, shame on you for not using an Emperor's New Groove clip.
So
Which
that's
one?
what happened 8 months ago.
Well, you know, when Kronk, the
Oh.
gag when Kronk has to say about the poison.
I didn't think of that, sorry.
However, as you heard from the witness testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne.
Gosh dang, she's on a roll now.
Dun, 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 dun.
But I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeves today.
Yeah, I could
It involves
definitely.
more bluffing.
And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination.
Surprisingly, she doesn't seem to have had to rely on too much bluffing so far.
What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Well,
Well,
because
Well, bluffing is kind of Phoenix's thing.
because Pain.
Let's activate the power level, whatever, the scout or whatever the hell it's called.
Because
Mia, you're going with a true lawyer's aura, my dear.
you see, guys, this is Mia, back in court here, and I'm never going down to the likes of you, 'cause I know I'm so much.
Jovah, go to the, I would say even corner, but Ribs, call the excavators to build specific corners for people who rap here.
Wait, but Tio, how do you even get that ref? Oh, never mind, you didn't. Okay.
About potion, because he's complimenting. Whatever.
Yeah, your
Yeah, for a
power level
second.
is over 9,000. Let's go.
Jovah, for a second I thought you were trying to do a Hammerman thing for Ace Attorney.
No.
Hold it!
Well,
What were you talking about with the defense attorney?
this is of great importance.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential.
Sorry, bitch. It's the courthouse. You have to say it.
According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case.
Besides,
The
it
case
doesn't
of
matter whether
where-
she tells us or not. We got the police report.
The case of who stole the judge's cupcakes.
The lawyer that was
Yes.
killed. He said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger.
Oh God. Please, hopefully she will
She's
not.
a serial offender.
Hopefully she will not exercise her right to refuse to testify.
Why didn't you tell us what this incident was?
Don't.
Objection! There is absolutely nothing at all to do with this case.
I still can't get over Payne's objection. The voice actor must have lost his voice.
Anyway, what I was saying. Anyway,
Question stricken from the record.
Anyway, Joe, what I was gonna say earlier is that I can see this being a thing. Every time Dalia says something, like for example, I went to the bathroom last night, and then Mia's like, you didn't go to the bathroom last night, did you, Miss Hawthorne? and then she says, oh, I didn't push. I actually met Feeny last night. You
Don't
didn't
worry,
meet
Dolly.
Feeny last night, did you?
It's funny
my
you
God.
mentioned that, considering the
Someone
line of
just
text we're gonna
tackle
get.
Phoenix, please.
You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady.
Oh, even the judge is good.
Do I need to get my alcohol again?
Oh, Feeny, please. Those two really are making me ill.
Join the club, Mia.
Albeit a decidedly different reasons.
Oh, goody, I think I love this bout of questioning.
Hold it!
How long were you gone? I've already answered all those questions for the police.
Oh no,
Answer
you aren't
for
getting
me,
out of
then.
it that
But
easily.
if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes. And where were you during that stretch of time? Using
So-
the toilet?
You called it, Pedro. Well, the game read your mind.
What the hell did they
Anyway,
serve in
what are
this
you
cafeteria?
saying, Miss Faye?
You know exactly.
Toilet? My perfect little dolly doesn't poop.
Really.
Sorry.
You heard the
Wait.
defendant, Miss Faye. Better luck next time.
And the court
Is
accepts
it,
this.
is it like a subtle meta joke about video game characters not preoccupying about going to the bathroom?
Perhaps.
The police have already looked into the whole matter.
Oh, okay.
This other question is nothing but a waste of the court's time.
Man, the police actually did their job for once, it seems.
Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony.
See, the fact that she doesn't take a shit already tells us that she's not human. How many more hits does she? What do you need, guys? A gigantic thunder strike every time she speaks?
No. You see, Pedro, what we need is an actual
Let me see.
breakdown to show that
My
she's
bottle
the
of
bad
alcohol
guy.
is 1.5 fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons.
Remember the rule, Pedro. In order to be a bad guy, you must have a breakdown animation.
I guess.
And since we
So
haven't...
it's about...
Go on.
The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee.
And since
She's
we
about
haven't
as-
seen such animations yet, we cannot deem her the bad guy.
Her evilness is about as subtle as Seymour's
It must have
evilness.
been after I left the table.
I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure the game wanted us to know that Seymour was the bad guy, at least.
Yeah, but the characters sure took a long time to notice.
Yeah.
That's a rant for another day.
Hold it! A special kind of poison. How so?
Oh, it's this new kind of poison that we make in hell. Oh wait, did I just say that?
Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect
It is
because it's
odorless.
otherworldly.
It is odorless, silent, and deadly.
Oh,
It's
and where would
called
something
lava.
like that and where would something like that come from?
Princess Bride.
Oh.
I'm sorry, all I know is what I overheard the policeman saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Clearly it wasn't Gumshoe who said that.
Funny you mentioned that,
Chemical
Theo.
proteins. Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive.
I
Is
guess.
he Darth Vader now?
Sure, why not?
The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that?
On the internet.
Considering he's a criminal, I now remember, Theo, this is Ace Attorney's version of 2014,
Alright,
where people still use VHS. So,
Silly me for forgetting stuff like that.
anyway, oh, never mind.
Objection time.
Objection! You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you.
No way.
Liar!
What?
A flinch.
In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
At your boyfriend's lab.
The Alchemist of IVU.
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Dog Swallow?
It kinda makes sense, I guess.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
You know, I just read something. Dalia.
Pharmacology.
You know, I just read something, guys. Dalia is named after a flower, whereas both of her boyfriends are named after birds. A flower and a bird.
In fact, without such
I don't know,
equipment...
Jovah. The metaphor will work more if it were named after insects. Like
Anyway,
bees.
corner
The
time.
culprit could never have obtained such a rare special poison.
Which sounds like it came fresh out of Mega Man, but it's awesome.
I like the the more rock remix someone did.
Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all.
The special edition one that has a remix of Turnabout Sisters in it.
I think so.
Yeah, Noriyuki Iwadare also did that.
And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking.
Yeah, I gotta say, Noriyuki Iwadare made a pretty good debut on the Ace Attorney circuit.
The only person who could have done that was the one who's sitting at this very table. You.
No.
No.
Ding.
Order! Could it be?
Also, where did that big wind draft come by?
Objection! That's nothing but a business.
May I say something, Madame Faye?
For
No.
fucking pay.
What is it, Miss Hawthorne?
Sorry, Payne, it's kind of a battle of wits between boobs and billboard
The
chests
amount of
here.
poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct?
By teaspoon. Oh, sorry.
In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
Wait, how do you
okay.
know about all this?
Okay, in that case we have to get our first empty bottle so we can,
Oh, yes, that's true.
I was set immediately after the incident took place.
we need to get the empty bottle, otherwise we can't buy red potions.
Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
Actually, no, never mind, fuck the red potions, let's just carry fairies.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they?
It was a small bottle. She ingested it.
She's
No.
right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small.
Oh, okay, now she's blown.
Yeah.
Excuse me, madame, but this is a court of law.
Excuse me, bitch, but I'm talking.
If you're saying I threw the container away,
Present evidence.
Yep.
I think you need to show some kind of proof.
Ho ho ho! The challenge
every
has
time-
arisen.
Well, actually, you know, she is right.
Yeah.
You know, every time someone
She got me good with that.
Every time someone says court of law, I keep thinking of this Simpsons comic that I've read, where the court's being done for renovation, so they have to move all their trials to the local food court.
Unless we can call some evidence, we're going to lose this lead.
Court
So,
record,
now
don't fail me now.
The police conducted a full body search of Dalia and the entire courthouse.
They only found, oh, okay.
Abort joke.
And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container the poison was carried in? What happened to
Well.
it?
Cold killer
Oh,
exit.
cool.
That's the only container I can think of.
Yeah.
Think. Aha!
What?
You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person? And don't say me!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course.
That's my name, don't wear it out.
Objection! So the defendant was his witness accomplice.
Oh god, no.
Phoenix was the accomplice in his own
course
murder,
not.
in his
Doesn't
own.
that, yeah, that would kind of make him guilty of
She gave the poison to him, disguised as a pendant.
Present.
Present.
But that works too.
But that's...
red text, I know. That's a charming little necklace.
Focus.
Debatable.
Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute.
It's cute on the outside, but it's what's inside that counts.
Is it bigger on the inside?
So what about it? What does it mean this way?
And then they
Ask me what
open.
it means. Ask me what it means.
And then they open the bottle, and out comes a genie. Freedom at last. Now you, everyone, spread all your 500 years in a bottle.
The day the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 22nd, the very same day as the poisoning incident.
Mia should know better than to keep things bottled up inside.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What?
Which we wanted to do the opposite of that.
Are you saying there's a deadly poison in there?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle.
Because I drank it. Oops.
However, I'm certain if the crime
What
lab
we
were
done
to be
technically
organized...
is,
And analyze it.
for fuck's sake. I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. Bitch.
No.
Gotcha!
Order in the court.
Objection!
Phoenix.
On
Again with
behalf
this
of
shit.
Dolly, I object! Huh, that objection actually sounded pretty cool. I should
Somebody
remember
get
that.
these fanboys out of here.
Mr. Wright, control your fucking self.
Why don't you control yourself, Payne?
I won't let you bully her like this.
Holy shit,
Golly,
seriously?
Mr. White, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Earlier you were praising him.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her?
Because she'd kill my family if I didn't. I mean.
Oh, Mia, if you only knew. Why?
For the
Because...
glory of Satan, of course.
Because I'm madly in love with her!
Ah, there's the problem.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No.
Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Yeah.
It's just so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dalia Hawthorne want to date you anyway?
I'd like to imagine it's for my good character.
Wow.
Well, I guess you must be madly in love with me too. I mean, you know, that's what I would expect.
What a story, Mark.
Mr. Wright, please, open your eyes.
And also open your heart.
It's gonna be alright.
At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone.
You know, Mia, not everyone lives in a cold, cynical world with no love, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to believe that Maya is the way she is growing up around this bitch.
Well, to be fair, she gotta spend a lot of time away from Maya, because at this time, remember, she was becoming a lawyer to track down Wright, who had kind of...
If anything, Mia is pretty much everything that the Faye family is not.
I know, right?
Naturally, it's because she has fallen madly in love with you too.
See?
Well-
Just like I told you.
Well, to be fair to you, her aunt is still the worst. Mia, are you thinking clearly?
No.
That flies in the face of everything we've learned up to this point.
Now, pay attention to the next battle lines. That's actually about a foreshadowing.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I ever said that.
Mr. Grossbug, you're thinking too normal. Think crazy.
I guess it's because I just like the sound of that phrase, madly in love.
Mia, do you have something you want to get off your chest?
Well, to be fair, Shuri,
Believe it
her
or not,
boy...
She actually kind of does.
Well, remember, Shuri, we learned in the last part that her boyfriend is, kind of dead.
Kaput, yeah.
And who
Miss
may have been
Faye.
poisoned.
You can't remain a starry-eyed maiden for the rest of your life, you know.
Please let me think it over one more time, Your Honor.
No.
No.
Yeah, I actually do like that wrong choice because it ties in story-wise rather well, actually.
The
Trust.
real reason that Dalia Hawthorne is dating you is... Dalia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you.
Ouch.
The only thing...
she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck.
Sorry, Phoenix. She's incapable of loving.
She likes the bling, not you.
My necklace?
She's only capable of hate.
Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself.
Oh, she's capable of happiness. Just the wrong kind.
Oh, I said she was incapable of love, not happiness.
She's
Whatever,
so shy. Well, you also said that she's only capable of hate.
Well, she could be capable of love.
Oh yeah, actually true. She is capable of a sort of love.
For Dalia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime.
She loves to go free.
That's why she absolutely has to get it back.
You're lying.
You're lying! You're tearing me apart, Mia!
But you never gave it back to her.
You didn't put it in your mouth, did you?
Go on, Shuri.
And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she...
Framed you for murder?
I don't believe you.
Search your feelings. You
No! That's a lie!
Hey, what the hell? Who's this?
But Infinity, he's getting away!
Hey, let's hurry after him.
Wait, Phoenix just ran the fuck away?
Yep.
Mia, are you alright?
Did Phoenix just whack Mia?
Yes, I think so.
Again, Phoenix when he gets mad.
That boy, he went completely insane.
Yeah, he just whacked Mia one.
Well, Mia wasn't exactly being nice to him.
True that.
Bro.
Yeah.
It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be brought back here soon.
Thankfully.
Thank goodness. Oh no!
What?
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh
What
no!
is it?
Give me your best shot.
Oh no!
The ball necklace. Miss Hawthorne's
Present.
Wait. What?
Oh.
It's gone.
What?
Well, we had to make this case longer somehow.
He took it. What?
So...
That's terrible. Remember, Teo, that's the piece of evidence that we need to open and show
But
to the
we
judge
are-
what's inside.
Mr.
But
Wright
we
must have
already-
grabbed it when he slammed into me.
But we already presented it. I mean, it's not like we just pretended to have it without actually showing it.
You'll
Yeah,
see
but
what
that's the thing.
happens in the next
Well,
part,
remember,
Teo.
Teo, we still have to open it to prove that what's inside is poison.
What in blazes are we supposed to do now?
Anyone up for a game of Monopoly?
Actually,
Uh,
we should
I can
less
wait.
more dividing than anything.
Yeah, I've got quite a few versions of Monopoly actually.
To
There's a
try-
Steven Universe Monopoly. I'm gonna buy that.
Wait, there is?
Anyway,
Well, audience,
Alright.
tune in for the
Where'd you
finale
find
of
it?
Case 1.
So Link didn't happen.
See you, everybody.
see ya.
See ya.